Hello, my name is Håkon and welcome back to my channel and another little tutorial on the Empress Effects Zoya, the modular patchable synthesizer in a little box with a unique grid interface and where the only limitation is your imagination and the CPU, of course. Now, a while back I made two patches on the Zoya and tutorials that dealt with physical modeling synthesis, and they're quite popular videos and patches. And the only thing I felt was missing from particularly the string patch is an expressive way to control it. And I'm not going to talk about making it correct pitches today, although I'm going to have a look into that, because when you do physical modeling synthesis, one thing that does happen because of the way that the resonance works is that it's very hard to actually create a consistent and correct pitch in a controllable way. You have to actually create the correct settings for that. Now, but one thing that I can do right now is to demonstrate a simple way of actually controlling it expressively. First of all, I'm going to show you, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a plucked string sound that sounds quite realistic. Of course, physical modeling, one of the things about physical modeling is you can create rather realistic sounding instruments, but they're only realistic insofar as you can play them with a similar kind of expression as you could an actual acoustic instrument. And one of the easiest ways to create an expressive performance with a physical modeling patch on the Zoya is to use a microphone as a controller. So I've plugged a microphone now into the audio input. I'm just going to show you how I'll patch that up. So at the moment we have our string patch here, and it's at the moment it's triggered by an ADSR, or it's the sound is shaped by an ADSR that is triggered by the stomp switch, like this. So in order for me to control this with a microphone, first of all, I need an audio input. So I'm going to go to interface modules, audio input, and I'm just going to put mono now, left channel. So that's up there. I'm just going to move this out of the way a little bit. And in order for an audio input to create a control value, I'm going to create an analysis module, which is an envelope follower. And I'm going to leave that color, so like so. So I'm going to patch the input now into the envelope follower, like so. And let's just see what happens there. We get a response. I'm just tapping the microphone now. And let's just patch that into the VCA, which controls the volume now of the initial sound that is used in this patch. So let's just patch that in like so. And now we can start the sound with the stomp switch or the microphone. And it does sound a bit like a plucked or a string that you beat, I suppose. Let's change the string setting a little bit there. Of course, it's not as strong a sound as I would have wanted, so maybe I'll increase the connection strength here. Let's see how that goes. Doesn't make a massive difference. Let's increase this as well. Of course, the settings you need now to get a good result will depend on your microphone as well. So how sensitive it is, how it behaves when you tap it, for instance. So yeah, so it all depends really. So that's one way you can do it. Oh, see, I'm talking loudly now and actually it's picked up by the microphone. Another way, of course, you can trigger this now is by moving it closer to your mouth, and your voice will actually trigger the sound, almost like a vocoder. So that's also possible, of course. So that's basically what I wanted to show you today. If you want to create a more expressive way of playing a physical modeling string sound on the Zoya, like in my example patch called Stringent, which also is available on Patch Storage, you can use a microphone as a controller. Very simple. So that's all I wanted to show you today, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.